Hi, Claire. Hello, Amy. Hi, hi, hi. Pre's Digital Journal. Hi. Hello from Canada. Hello from South Wales, blessed. Well, good day to you too, Laurie Sue. I'm plodding along, Claire. I'm plodding along. Veronica's just said, hope to see you at the end. God. Oh. Hello, December. God, I hate saying that. Hello, December. That's blimey, that sounds like we're getting ready for Christmas. Oh, bless you, Claire. Yeah, mine's the old ticker, the old heart. May I have a message from my ancestors or angels? Of course you'd be a blessed if they decide to come through. Oh, for those of you who haven't seen me before, I'm Tom. Sometimes I work on a fast vibration. When I work on a fast vibration, a load of Geordie comes out. When a load of Geordie comes out, people sit there bewildered and confused. If you are bewildered and confused, don't worry about it. We'll both be in the same boat. Oh, as you can tell, we like to have a bit of fun as well. It's a genuine pleasure to come across you this day. Oh, thank you, Laurie. Somebody's after a message. Hi, Helen. Hi, Sheehan. This is my first time. I've seen your name somewhere before, though, blessed. Okay, shall we have a look, see where we're going to go? We've got a few people in here now, so we can have a look, can't we? All right, Amy Louise, I'm going to come to you first, okay? Amy Louise? Talk to me, Amy. Talk to me. Hi, Amy. You know, I've got a lovely gentleman. Hi, Joanne. I've got a lovely gentleman here, Amy, and I've got to say, he's a real character. He's really, really down to earth. This is a man. I know there is, Amy. I know there is. I'm having a bit of fun, and so is this gentleman on the other side of life, because he's telling me that he enjoyed laughter. You know, this is a man who would have enjoyed himself in life. This is a man who didn't care one way or the other. He just got on with it, you know, as far as he was concerned. Well, you know, you've got to enjoy life. You've got to keep your spirits up. You've got to try and get through as much as you possibly can. Purely and simply because, let's face it, you know, life can be dull. It really can, you know. And he said to me, he says, life was too short, put it that way, all right? When I snuffed it, right, when I snuffed it over to this side, I just thought to myself, well, that's strange. You know, I'm there 1 minute, I'm up here the next. What's going on? I've a good mind to go and complain here, you know, purely and simply because I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy with this situation. I was quite happy down there winding people up. Didn't have to come up here, you know. Quite happy to just stay where I was. And he's laughing about it because he's saying to me, the thing is, deep down inside, you know, it's like when you go right at the end, it's like you just bang, you're gone, you know. And he said to me, he says, the thing is, he says, where do I start? Where do I start? You know, I've left so much behind. I'm telling you now, I've left so much behind. And if I'm perfectly honest, I wouldn't have wanted to leave it behind. I'd have been quite happy clutching it all and taking it with me. Oh, I might have known to start with one of these first. I might have known. But he's telling me here how all of a sudden he's getting a little bit serious, you know, because he's saying to me, he says, well, I got to say I'm a little bit tired, you know, a little bit tired in the end. And my health wasn't all that good. And I was saying, well, you're over that side, so it mustn't have been. He says, well, that's true, you know. And he's laughing because he said, oh, he says, a man after my own heart. Oh, And he's on about the heart, this interesting enough, you know. And he just said to me, he says, well, he says, the thing is, he says, you know, he says, I was having problems with my breathing, with my heart and all the rest of it, just prior to my passing to this side of life. But it was a case of, you know, there we go, I'm gone. I'm away from this world. And I tell you now, I'm placed I am, because if I was down here and what's going on there now, down in this world, I tell you now, I'd have something to say about it. I really would. I'm saying to him, calm down, just calm down, mate. Well, he says, I'm telling you, he says, I can't calm down, I can't. He says, there's just so much going on around her at the minute, you know. And she's, for God's sakes, I don't know. I don't know what to say, if I'm honest with you. I don't know what to say. And this woman, she's coming in now. She's saying, oh, just get out of the way. She says, you're always like that, you. You're always like that. Oh, dear me. Oh, you know, if there's one thing he did with regard to this family, it was a case of he always embarrassed us. One way or another, he would embarrass us. And if it had to be somebody, it would have to be him. Yeah. This is a lady who I want to say would have been a force to be reckoned with, okay? This is a lady who would be quite blunt, straight to the point, as far as she was concerned. You know, if you had to be told off, she would be the one to do it. There was no messing about, you know. She's coming in and you know, she's getting right fidgety. She really is getting right fidgety, because she said to me, she says, I'm sorry, she says, but she says, you know, she says, he winds me up, he does, he winds me up. He's doing it over this side here as well. And I would have thought, you know, that they would have told him off over this side, but oh no, he gets free rein over this side. And I'm thinking, why me? Why me? You know? Hi, Tanya. And he just said, well, I'd rather you than me, mate. I tell you now, you know, if I'm honest with you, and the amount of ear bashings I've had over the years that have gone on, you know, and the thing is, at the end of the day, you know, she's making me aware now of having a lot of things going wrong with her. She's telling me here that she was struggling. She was struggling towards the end, and she knew deep down inside, purely and simply, that she didn't have long to go towards the end, you know. And I have to say, Amy, you know, as far as she's concerned, it's purely and simply down to the fact that, you know, oh, I wish I was gone. I wish I was gone, you know. And I just didn't care anymore. I just didn't care. No matter how hard I tried to cope with stuff, I just couldn't do it, you know. And the thing is, when your body's going the way it's going, you find it very, very hard to sort of cope with everything, you know. And she was finding it a struggle to cope with things. She was finding it a struggle to sort of, if you, God bless her, she said, you know, I wanted to try and keep me sanity, and look what happened. I ended up with him over this side. It's true. Oh, God. Oh, well, of all the people I had to meet straight away, of all the people that, you know, at the end of the day was there to meet me, to take me over to this side of life, it had to be him, didn't it? It had to be him. He's never left me alone since. God's truth. Oh. But, you know, I've got to say, there was a tremendous amount of love there. Tremendous amount of love. And a lot of heartache. Oh, my goodness, a lot of heartache. The sheer feeling of despair that was going on within was very, very difficult for people to sort of say. You know what I mean? They didn't want to talk about it, especially her. She didn't want to talk about it, because this is a lady who could be quite a private person, you know. This is a lady who, I know things started in towards like her stomach area and what have you, and there was other things starting to go on in the body then, complications, mainly to do with her organs and what have you as well. And I'm seeing I'm seeing a willingness to, oh God love you. I'm seeing a willingness to go to sleep and not bother waking up, if you see what I mean. You know, and I find, how words, I find that deep down inside of my heart, if I could have gone straight away, then I would have gone straight away. You know, if I could have just slipped away in the night within my sleep, then I would have been content. I would have been happy, you know. Oh, but I had to cope. I had to cope. I had to keep going, and in the way that my mind was telling me I had to, my heart was telling me not to. And that's the way it was with me, you know. That's the way it was, because I was very much aware of the pain that I was putting on others as well. Purely and simply because, you know, at the end of the day, I needed extra care, if you see what I mean. I needed extra care. And because I needed extra care, I was getting frustrated. I was getting snappy. Just let me go. That's all I want to do. Just let me go. That's all she's saying. She was saying within herself. Just let me go. Just let me go. All right. I'm going to leave you with their love, Amy. And as I do, he's winking away. Apparently, he's saying, "Come on, girl, we've got to go because we've got things to do," you know. And she's saying, "Yeah, it's not what you're thinking either. You get that out of your head. We're going to do other things. Never mind about saying about other things. We're just doing other things now. You forget about that." I'm a lady, she just said. All right. I will leave you with that, love. Okay. You take care, Amy. Oh, blimey. Oh, I like that. She just sort of eyed him up and down and said, "You fat chance of that." We're on this side now. All right, blimey. Okay. Okay, people put your names up. Oh, let's see who's there. Let me have a drink as well. Oh, thank you, Amy. Oh, I'm saying to them, just remember me heart. Just remember me heart. And I'm being told, well, don't worry about it. You know, if you pop it, it's not to worry about. You'll be up this side with us. Not a problem. God. Oh, blimey. Oh, all right. All right, Susan Durett. Can I come to you, please, Susan? Susan Durett. Oh. Do you know, I get a feeling of being completely lost. Completely lost within myself. And I want to say that this is to do with a lady in the spirit world. And I feel with her that there was a sense of bewilderment, a sense of not knowing what was going to happen. It's like I'm ready now. I'm available, you know? This is a lady who I want to say would have given out a lot of love while she was here. This is a lady who would have been a proud lady of her family. This is a lady also who would have been very, very down to earth. You know, with her, there was always that heart of gold inside. She's one of these ladies that at the end of the day, you know, would have commanded a lot of respect. Because she's making me very aware of being very closely connected to the family. And she's drawing so close to you. You know, the way I'm watching her, Susan, it's like she's wanting to place her arms around you. She's wanting to protect you from within. Because it's like I'm going round and round in circles, and no matter what I do, I'm unable to find the peace that I'm looking for. And all I want to do is find that little bit of peace, you know. All I want to do is to be able to sort of allow myself to let go of all the past. But it's like I can't. Do you know what I mean? What's that? Ex-mother-in-law. Oh, there we go then. It's like the only way I can describe this, it's like she's desperately trying to help you and to guide you and to support you. Okay? She's saying about how she understands all that you went through within yourself and that you are still going through. And the more I look at that, the more I'm aware that, well, how can I put this? Susan, the only way I can put this is like she's wanting to protect you from you, if you see what I mean. It's all the thoughts, isn't it? It's all the thoughts and all the feelings of unknowing and unable to cope and unable to sort of allow my mind to sort of just let it all go, because it's hanging in to a point whereby I'm getting frustrated with regard to it all. Okay. As I watch her, it's like she's wanting to take you by the hand and gently, very gently, take you over the hurdles, take you away from the not knowing, that stupidity that goes on in life itself, you know. Okay. But I'm seeing her protect you, because she's making me very aware of stuff that went on in the past in her life that wasn't necessarily pleasant, we'll say, you know. And bless her, she put up with a lot, you know. She put up with so much within herself that she kept a lot to herself. She really did. It's like I choose to be quiet because certain things could have gone on, certain things could have happened. And because of that, I was always aware of being pressurized. And she talked about you being under pressure as well. She's certainly got your corner, Susan. She certainly has, purely and simply because she absolutely adores you. She loves you to bits. She's saying to me to say to you over and over, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It wasn't you. You understand this? It wasn't you. And then I've got this almighty fear of dread. This almighty fear of questioning every little thing to the point of whereby my not only my energy is sapped, but also my ability to cope with life itself, you know. As she's chatting away, I've got this gentleman coming close. And as he draws close, he's telling me that he's connected to your father's side of the family. Now, I want a man's man here. I really do want a man's man. I want a guy that wasn't afraid to roll his sleeves up and get stuck in. I want a guy that, you know, would lay the law down, basically. because I'm seeing him forming a fist, you know. And he's saying to me, he said, nobody messes about with my lot. Nobody messes about with my lot. And it's like, the more I look at him, the more I'm being made very aware about how he was always straight to the point. He was blunt. Nobody would have messed about with him, purely and simply because at the end of the day, if you messed about with him, you didn't know him. Hi, Ashley. How are you doing, my dear? And it's like, as I'm watching him, he's bringing strength to you. And he's saying to me, he says, you know, he says, I see all this frustration that goes on in this world here. And I'd love to come back and deal with everything, you know. And the more I'm being made aware of that, the more he's casting people aside. It's like, well, the only way I can describe it, he's pushing people aside, you know. And he's saying to me, he says, hold your head up high, girl. Hold your head up high. Take no notice of what they're saying. If they want to be like that, let them be like that. All too often, you know, his words. It's all too often she listens to what other people think and what other people say. She's been conditioned like that, she has. Been conditioned like that. You tell her from me, I'm not happy with it. Tell her from me that I'm going to deal with it. Down here, I'll deal with it. I'm saying to him, how are you going to do that? And he's saying to me, I have my ways and my means. I'm quite happy to come down and haunt any amount of them. I'll show them. I'll give them what for. I tell you, you know, I'll tell you what it is, Susan. He's quite the strong character, you know. And by that I mean nothing would faze him, you know. He's seen a lot in life, and he did a lot in life. And he's the type of guy that would be good to have in a corner, because you knew you'd be protected. Go on. There's also a lady drawn close to me here now, and as she draws in, she's making me very aware of having a cancerous condition. And bless her, I'm seeing that raw emotion of loved ones around her, expecting her to go at any moment. And I'm watching people sit by her bed and hold her hands. And as I'm watching them hold her hands, I'm watching them very gently rubbing her arms. I'm watching her lying there, and I'm seeing the flesh sort of draining away from her face. It's like she's losing weight around her facial features, and she's getting more and more like that skeletal look. And as I watch her being made aware like that, I'm being made very aware of how things were difficult for her to cope with. Oh God, love you. She's just made me aware of losing her bodily functions. And I'm seeing tears in her eyes. And this feeling of, again, just let me go. I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to cope anymore. And she's telling me that she passed away peaceably in the end. And there's that sense of warmth and that sense of knowing. And you know what, Susan? It was the sheer joy of going from that body. The sheer joy of, at last, I'm free. At last, I don't need to go on any longer. I got so weak throughout my body. And as I'm watching that weakness of her body, I'm seeing the relief of, as I'm watching her body, and I'm seeing her spirit body come out of the material body. And as I look to that spirit body, I'm seeing what can only be described as the most beautifulest of smiles. And I see that look of freedom in her face. And she's saying to me, she says, nobody can describe how I felt. Nobody can. It was such a joyous occasion. It was an occasion where finally, I found peace. Now, as she's making me aware of that peace, she's wanting to give you some of that as well, okay? Because she's saying you deserve peace. You deserve it. Don't let anyone say anything different. I'm going to draw away. I can't draw away from you. She's bringing a child in here as well, Susan. She's making me aware of a child in the spirit world. And there's that beautiful light with that child. And they're making me aware that someone here in this world is still unable to accept the passing of that child. And it's just the warmth that comes with it, the beauty and the love of it. And it's interesting because they're wanting to give you that childlike feeling, that feeling of being free, that feeling of no matter what happens in life, you know, you will be able to sort of fly high. It's a beautiful light. Beautiful light. And I'm being told here that quite often you do look up to the stars. And this child's making me aware of being one of the brightest stars in the skies. We'll leave you with their love. People, put your names up. Let's see who's here. Oh. Okay, yeah. I'm seeing a beautiful girl, Susan. Okay, beautiful girl. I know you are. Yeah. Okay. Is Ashley still here? Ashley Gray, are you still here, Ashley? Talk to me, Ashley, if you're still here. Oh, blimey. Okay, Ashley, there's a gentleman drawing close to me, and he is, well, he weirdly enough, he just stepped in. This man is making me very aware of being involved with the DLI, the Durham Light Infantry. And I'm seeing the old-fashioned army uniforms. And he's making me aware here of being very much a military man through and through. And I've got to say, actually, he has a tower of strength, okay? Because he's telling me, I don't know, I can't say that. Let's just say I went through it, okay? He's swearing a little bit, bless him. I went through it. I saw things in life that no man or woman or child should ever see. And it affected me inside. It affected me to the point of whereby I had very strong, vivid memories of the stuff that went on. It's very difficult when you carry memories like that, even when you've gone from this world into this one, you have those memories. But I was very proud of my uniform. Don't get me wrong, I didn't see the point of taking a life, because to me, all life was sacred. The problem is when you try to sort of talk about these things, you try to sort of take out of the conversation the anger, the feelings of despair, the slaughtering of innocent lives. I have to say, actually, he has got a beautiful light. He has got a beautiful light. This is a man who would always be sensible in life, okay? You know, he talks about having a bit of fun, but he also talks about being able to be serious. He talks about times that were really hard within the family and so frustrating because of those of us that were overseas at the time. Now he's drawing close to you, Ashley, okay? Very close. Oh my goodness, you've been going through it a bit, haven't you, my dear? You've been going through it a bit. Because he's making me very aware of you questioning a lot of things. Ashley, I'm wanting to wipe the tears away. I'm wanting to place my arms around you and stop you from being hurt. Hi, Patrick, buddy. And it's like, as I'm watching, I've got a lady drawn close to me. And as that lady comes in, she's making me very aware of not wanting to leave this world. And she's telling me that she was determined that she wasn't going to go anywhere. But she's telling me now, as time went on, as I was becoming closer and closer to leaving this world, I was having to resign to the fact that I was no longer able to keep going. Not too bad, Patrick. I'm plodding along, still under heart investigation, buddy. The tick is still not too good, mate. Put it that way. This lady, Ashley, she's a gentle soul. But I know she would have had an extremely hard life while she was here. I want to say, how to put this? I want to say a good light, but not too bright. That light's not too bright. And I feel that's because she desperately wanted to stay here in this world. She's talking about someone who has been very close to that edge. And that they were frightened within themselves. I'm also wanting to give you the name of Mary that's coming in. And Mary's making me aware she had problems with her legs. And she's talking about someone here that gets tiredness in their legs, especially around the knees. And she's, oh, she says, I could chat and chat and chat when I was here. I loved having a good old chat with people. She's wanting me to send you healing. Okay, Ashley? So I'll send you some healing, my dear. You also understand, don't you, when she's saying, let the pain go. Let the pain go. You know what she means by that, don't you? It's like the only way I can describe this, it's like I'm seeing it in your face. It's anguish of the things that had gone on through life. Again, it's a reflection of what was being said to how you felt within yourself, if you see what I mean. And the more I look at that, the more I'm aware of how important it is to make you aware that spirit are coming closer and closer to you, okay? I've also got a gentleman drawing close to me who's making me very aware of having a lot of problems with his lungs. And I'm seeing fluid building up in those lungs. So I know there would have been a pneumonia condition that was starting to take its toll on this man's body. And I want to say gentleman because I feel he was a gentleman inside. He's making me very aware of very much not telling people what was going on, you know. He wanted to keep stuff like that to himself. His words, I didn't want people to fuss. I didn't want people to start taking control, if you like, in my life. But I'm seeing him becoming emotional. And what I'm seeing is where it's like he's, how do I put this? I just want to be released. That's all I want, just to be released. I don't want to take any more. I don't want to have to go through this any longer. Please let me go from this world. Please do not hold on to me. It's like someone was going through a lot of pain because of the way he was going. And the more I say that, the more I'm aware of the suffering that went on within him. And I'm seeing people then just resigning to the fact that he hasn't got long. To the point it was a blessing when he passed. Oh God, look at me. I'm seeing his eyes glistening. Okay. I was going to draw away from you there, Ashley, but I'm also being made aware of 2 children in the spirit world connected here. And I have 2 miscarriages connected to them. Because I'm being made very aware of these 2 children wanting to draw close to you. And they're making me laugh because they're telling me here that you hear sounds of giggles while you're sleeping at night. You hear sounds of giggles. Because I've got children playing in the home. I've got children fiddling about with stuff in the home. And as I say, these children fiddling about in the home, I'm messing things up a bit. Because I'm looking at stuff that is on shelves, but I'm seeing stuff slightly coming out of shelves. Happens all the time here. Happens all the time. All right. I'm going to draw away from you now, actually. As I do, there's a gentleman here saying that he would have been known as Uncle Bill, coming forward to say hello. Tell her Uncle Bill's here. Big man. Strapping bloke. Very down to earth. Very matter of factly. Didn't care anymore about life. I just wanted to go. Oh, I'd had enough. I ain't bothered about out like that. Take care, love, Ashley. And it's lovely to see you again, my dear. And I hope you're well. People, put your names up. I found you on this platform. Oh, there we go. Oh. I know you are. If you pop up yet. Hi, good evening, Sharon. Ashley, they've just said to me to say to you, stop blaming yourself. The past is the past, all right? Stop blaming yourself. You've got a lovely life. You've got a beautiful soul. Just remember that. Tired. Yeah, I know. Okay. Sharon Harrison, can I come to you, please? Oh. Oh, God love you. Okay. Sharon Harrison? Okay, Sharon, do you know, I've got somebody drawing close to me here. And they're making me very, very aware here of being very afraid before they passed. I get this feeling of an enormous fear of the unknown, not knowing what to expect. And I didn't want to talk about how I felt. People were wanting to give me support. They were wanting to keep my spirits up, if you like. But I was afraid. All I wanted to do was to close my eyes and rest. Hiya, Jody. All I wanted to do was to find some answers. But there seemed to be so much going wrong with me in my body. Don't get me wrong, I was a strong character. But there was just something about this feeling of fear, this feeling of nervousness. I was like, I was ready to go, but I was afraid of going. This is why on a couple of occasions, I came very, very close to that edge before I slipped away to this side of life. And I knew then that I needn't have worried. I knew then that I was going to be fine. The other thing I was worried about was the fact that I didn't want to leave family in this world because I didn't know how they'd cope. I didn't know how they'd get on. There's a sense of warmth there, but there's a sense of, how do I put this, feeling of being so strong within. Okay? Can you understand this, Sharon? Talk to me, Sharon. Okay, you can. Okay. I'm seeing what I can only describe as a tremendous amount of heartache from when they passed to the spirit world. And I get this strong inner feeling of that feeling hasn't gone, if you understand. It's like what I dreaded actually happened. And because it actually happened, I'm not willing to accept that they've gone. Because if I have to accept they've gone, then that stops me from living within. But it's like I'm watching them, Sharon, place their hands on your face. It's like they're doing this. They're drawing you close to them, you know. And they're talking about someone here who, rather than accept the fact they've gone, would rather be with them this side of life. And there's just this beautiful light with them. I'm seeing what I can just describe as a rainbow of colours. And as I look to that rainbow of colours, I'm seeing a beautiful peace that's been brought in with it. But there's more than one here that's feeling like that. There's more than one here that needs that support, needs that understanding, needs that help within. I'm watching all that go on, and I'm seeing that need to just find some balance. It's like I'm wanting to find that balance so that I am capable now of trying to be able to move forward. But I'm afraid of moving forward, because how will they feel on this side of life? Will they feel that I'm in the wrong for doing that? But I'm being told, no. We want you to move forward. We want you to experience love within yourself, because you need that. And as I'm looking to that, I'm seeing doorways open. And I'm seeing light coming in brighter and brighter. And as I see that light coming in brighter and brighter, I'm seeing people able to let go. I'm seeing hearts heal. I'm seeing love in abundance. It's what I want for them down here in this world. I want no more tears. I want no more anguish. I want no more despair. I want them to be able to turn that corner, to be able to allow them to find that happiness finally within themselves, because I'm wanting them to heal within. You see, because I've healed this side of life, and that's what I want for them now in this world. I'm drawn away from you now, Sharon, but as I am doing that, I'm just seeing happiness coming, and I'm wanting to celebrate Christmas more. I'm wanting to have fun. I'm wanting to play games, i.e. like the old-fashioned games. Somebody's making me aware of where they used to love to play snakes and ladders and Ludo and that, because I'm seeing them board games now being put out. But it's just simple games, you know, nothing complicated. Because life at times can become too complicated. Okay. Take their love, Sharon. Okay. Put your names up, people. Oh, there we go then. There we go then, Sharon. Get the Ludo out. Get the snakes and ladders out and stuff like that. Oh, I know you are. Yeah, there. Oh, it's a pleasure, Sharon. Oh, I know you are. All right. Let's have a look. Oh, blimey. I don't know how far I can go back. Where? I don't know. Sorry, it's Spirit asking me to look for someone here at a minute. They're not leaving me alone until I find them. All right. I know you are. I know. Blimey, somebody's impatient here. They really are impatient. I know. Oh, bless you. I know you are. Oh. Don't shoot the messenger. Blimey. Oh. Hold on. Jodie Jenkins, are you there? Jodie Jenkins, are you still there? If you're still there, put your name up. If you're not, I'll move on. Obviously not going to be here then. Okay, we move on then. I know you are. Well, I've got this lady here. She's gone nuts. She's going nuts. She is. Oh, okay then. Oh, there we go then. All right, thank you, Veronica. Oh, bless. This woman's doing a nutting. She's doing my nutting as well, if I'm honest with you. Blimey. Oh, God, she's a forceful character. Okay, then we do. Well, thank you, people, for joining me this evening. It's been lovely to be back again. Look after yourselves out there.